Every day, James Franklin wakes up with the hope that today might be the day somebody gives him a job. Every day he goes to a local charity in Manchester to use their internet facilities to see what's out there. He's been out of work for 2 years. One thing that's become clear is that most of the jobs that are open pay minimum wage and are vastly oversubscribed. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's have our butchers. It's quite scary, really. What I find is the employers as well are using to the full advantage, aren't they? You know, of the market the way it is, and taking the full advantage. They know people are desperate.
So you mean because there's so many people looking for work. The employers are paying less and demanding more?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
I've done that wrong.
After a few minutes he's found something he wants to go for. This is where he's proving to the British government that he's doing what he can to find work. Because they're logging your email activity, aren't they?
Yes, they will be doing, yeah. And also the code there, the reference code, what I do, I make a note of that reference code, and when I go in to sign on once a fortnight, I have a job search paperwork style, and I put all the codes, what I've applied for, and I think I have a minimum of 4 jobs a week I'm supposed to look for. So I always make sure I fulfil that, and I go beyond that most weeks, you know, I really try.
New rules here say that unless people can prove they're looking for work for several hours every day, they might get their benefits removed. The British government has said it's too early to write this country off and that everyone needs to stop moaning and work harder. That assumes there's something worth working for. The underlying theme of many of these government policies is that there may be jobs out there, but the unemployed are very often lazy and don't actually want to take them. That may not even be true, of course, but in a broader sense, there's a feeling growing that this government is using the fact of the economic crisis to push through measures which in better times would have been perceived to be unpalatable. As well as helping the long-term unemployed, the charity hands out food parcels to Manchester's homeless. If the jobless here can't prove to a suspicious government that they'll take any job available, they could easily end up on the receiving end of these handouts as well.
It is almost impossible to get work. Because there are so many people in front of you, there are people who've been made redundant from public sector, from all sorts of jobs, and they have got work, good kind of experience, they've got very embedded skills, but the people we work with have been out of work for so long that actually they're now, if they weren't at the bottom of the pack already, they really are at the bottom of the pack.
James currently spends his days helping the charity unload donations from the public and pass them on to people more needy even than him. Hold it. Send it down. He's eager and anything but lazy, and he hasn't had a job interview for 2 years. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Manchester.